Ryan Jarrell here for MMA News, and I'm excited to have my next guest on the show. You know who it is, Downtown TJ Brown, who will be back in action on October the 14th at UFC Vegas 81 when he faces Darren Elkins. TJ, how are you?
I'm great, brother. Just taking a little break at the gym, man. Taking it easy, but life is good. How are you?
I'm fantastic, man, and a lot to get to here with you today. I first just want to start with when you heard the name Darren Elkins, what were your immediate thoughts? This is a guy that's been around for a while. There's a lot of tape on him. I'm sure you were excited for this matchup.
Yeah, man. Super excited. Elkins is a dog, man, like myself. So I'm excited to get in. It'll be an exciting scrap for the fans. I think Elkins is a OG, man. He's a veteran in the game. But to be honest, I think he's a bit past his prime, man. And I'm planning on going out there and putting on a highlight reel.
Yeah, I was going to say he's almost 40. I think he turns 40 early next year. He's had almost 40 fights, and a lot of them have been wars. So, I mean, I think your assessment is probably what a lot of people feel like is where he's at in his career. You talk about a highlight. Is this one where you feel like it could be finished early, or you have to wear him down and maybe finish him late?
Well, reality is this guy's tough, man. So when I say highlights, he's just tough enough to take some shots, and you get 15 minutes of me making good exchanges, making him miss. It makes for a good highlight reel. He's just tough enough to take a whooping for 15 minutes if I have to.
Okay, fair enough, man. We'll circle back to this one again. UFC Vegas 81. It's not till October. April was the last time we saw you in the cage. It was a round two RNC loss to Bill Algeo, but fight of the night, man. You had some moments there. I thought you were going to get him out of there once or twice. Looking back on it, is there something that you feel like maybe you could have done differently to pull out the victory, or is this a fight where it's just you were up against another tough guy?
Yeah, reality is I should have trained better, man. I didn't open up about this or make any excuses, but I wasn't in I hadn't been training, I hadn't been living life right, but I went out there and gave him hell for while I was there, and I was making a hell of a performance, but I just wasn't in shape. I hadn't been living like I should have been living. But with that being said, man, that's two bonuses in a row, and I'm going for three for this next one.
Yeah, that would be the hat trick, right? And it wouldn't surprise me at all to see you get another performance bonus with the way that you fight. I know TJ, when we did talk before that fight with Bill, you were in Mexico training. Obviously, everything with Glory, everyone knows about that. But what was the training like in Mexico? Were you just not where you needed to be as far as cardio goes?
Yeah, dude. I just before that, I hadn't been training like that. That was I mean, the only time I trained was the 3 weeks I was there. Then I was back, and then there was a fight. So I knew about that fight for probably 6 to 8 weeks, but I just, man, to be honest, I had, I'd been doing a bit of drinking, and I just been partying and not living the way I should have. I don't know if you've looked on my Instagram, but I'm like 92 days sober today, man. So that's something I'm really proud of. I've really turned my life around and been doing things right for me and my son and for others. So but I'm really excited. Like if I've done this well in the UFC, living the way I was and getting my life on track, man, I'm here to tell you, dude. I think the best is yet to come with me.
Well, that's great to hear, man. Congratulations on the 92 days of sobriety. As far as that goes, and I didn't see that on your Instagram. I try not to get on social media as much as I used to. I feel like it's kind of like a black hole. You can just get sucked right down, and you're just scrolling and scrolling. So I don't get on quite as much. But is there a reason that you can point towards that? I mean, I know you're kind of living a lifestyle in the public eye, so there are a lot of people asking you for this and that. Has it just been kind of hard to balance everything? Is there, or is it something else for?
Yeah, I just think that my life had just come unmanageable, man. There were several. Are you still here, brother?
Yep, I got you.
Sorry. Yeah, my life just come unmanageable, man. I wasn't being the father that I'd always been. I wasn't doing my training like I was supposed to. I was being unaccountable, and I needed to get right. You know, I realized I'd never meet my potential as a father, as a fighter, as a friend, as a coach if I stayed down that path. And I feel like I have a responsibility to myself and other people, and I needed to step up. I needed to take responsibility, and really that's that, man.
That's fantastic, man. And so we're just going to see a new and improved, better version of TJ Brown in this upcoming fight.
That's right.
So current contractual status with the UFC, how many fights do you have left on your deal now?
This is the last fight on my deal, so I need to go out here, get three bonuses in a row, and see if they can't give me another contract.
You're only 33, so I can't imagine you're going to be slowing down at any point soon. Do you feel like you still have another big run in you to crack that top 15 and work towards a potential title shot, maybe?
I'm glad you asked. You know, with me kind of turning my life around, eating sober, living the way I should, I just feel rejuvenated, man. I feel like I have better focus. I have more intention in my training. You know, I have the right people around me, and dude, I really feel like I'm going to finish my career strong. I think I have a couple years left, and I want to show myself. I want to show everyone else really how good I can be, and I think I'm about to unlock the best version of me yet.
All right, man. Well, that's very exciting. And obviously, I know I follow you on all social medias. Your son Kyler is absolutely adorable, and I did see that he played on ESPN Little League World Series for the Arkansas team. Man, what's it been like just watching his athletic journey? Because he clearly has your genes to be one heck of an athlete.
Man, it's been great, dude. It's literally, you know, he's like a mini version of me, but better. You know, it's just cool, man. I've always wanted to give him everything I didn't have. You know, I never remembered like a dad or anybody picking me up from games or picking me up from school or this and that. So just being there is huge, you know, for him and myself. And it's been great, dude. When I say he's like me but better, I mean he's smart, man. He's an athlete. He's well mannered, man. He's got such a good tender heart, you know. So watching him watching him grow up has just been it's a gift to me, man. It's really just a blessing to be here and to witness it, and this kid's going to be something special. I know everybody says that about their kid, but I'm here to tell you the kid's going to be something special.
As he's getting a little older now, how old is he?
11.
He's 11. Okay, so he's still very, very young. Is he starting to gravitate towards more than just one or two sports? Like, where is the main interest at now?
Man, he's big on baseball, man. Like he baseball is his favorite. Um, he just brought me home the it's not application, but the paper fill out to play football for his school. So, man, I played football growing up, so I was super excited. But I'm just not a big fan of you know, the concussions and things that come with football. So I've been trying to put it off, but the ego in me, like I love football so much, I'd love to see him play, and he's excited to do it. So I think we're going to start this year.
Okay, well, that's exciting. I'm a big football fan myself. I know we've talked
Nice.
about in the past. The NFL season's almost here, so give me your way too early prediction. What are we going to see in the Super Bowl? Who do you think brings home the Lombardi?
Shoot, bro, I don't know. I mostly watch college ball most of the time, but I can't lie, I like the Chiefs, man.
Okay, Mahomes and Kelsey. That's probably the safe bet right there to retain. They got something special going there in Kansas
Right.
City. Let's talk about the featherweight division. Volkanovski's the champ. Max Holloway just put on a master class against a very game Korean zombie, and he goes and retires afterwards. What was your overall takeaway just from that fight? And just, when you look at Korean Zombie and everything that he accomplished, this is a guy that just went out there and just fought with his heart and will go out on his shield. Just sum up his career for me.
Yeah, man. You know, he's a true like ambassador of the sports. You know, you talk about what is fighting. You know, I believe anybody can throw a punch or like technically they can know the moves, how to do a submission, but he's got that something different, and that's hard, man. He's something special. He's got heart, and and he's got good gamemanship. I mean, it's good sportsmanship. So I mean, he's just a. I mean, you talk about someone you want your kid to watch or whatever. He's the guy, man. He's always he's going out there. He's coming to fight. He's putting his heart on the line, and he's a good sport about it. Like that's what I want to be, and I think that's what he's done.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One of my favorites to watch. Your guy, Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty. The last time we saw him in there, he fought Ilia Topuria, and a lot of people think he's getting a title shot next. When you look at him in the division, how do you think he matches up against a Max or Volkanovski?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you when Bryce is on, bro, he can be the world champ, man. I really believe that. I've always said that. This last fight, we didn't see the best version of him, man, and it was hard to watch because I know he has so much more potential and he's much better than what he showed. Let's not take anything away from Tapura. He's a beast. However, you didn't get the best version of Bryce out there. And with that being said, dude, if you could see him fighting and training in this gym right now, like we've got the old Bryce back, the one that got him where he's at, got him on that winning streak. We've got that version of Bryce back. And with this fight coming up with Dan Ige, man, I'm here to tell you, I don't think it's going to be a close matchup. Let's put it like that.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a scary thought. A very dialed in Bryce Mitchell. You think he
Yeah,
finishes him?
bro. He's back, dude. He's back. I'd see him finishing him with a sub, man. Not to say his striking has gotten so much better and is continuing to get better, but I could see him submitting Ige.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to watch that fight. I like watching both of those guys compete. As far as the tippy top of the division goes, between the champ Volk and obviously former champion Max, and now Topuria thrown in there, who do you think we're going to see as the champion over the next couple of fights? Do you see anyone beating Volk right now?
Tapura, Tapura could beat him, and if anybody beats him, it's him.
And you don't
That
think
guy. Go ahead.
you,
Sorry.
do you think that he could beat Max, because Max hasn't lost to anybody except for the champ really in a very long time?
Yeah, maybe that's the match to make. But I'm here to tell you, dude, that Tapura is good, man. Like he's who I see being the next champ.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. The guy's an absolute animal. I still am leaning towards Volk. I would, if I was the matchmaker, I would put Topuria against Max. The winner fights Volk, but I mean, Max has already fought Volk 3 times and came up short.
Yeah,
So
that fight makes sense to me. Dude, I think you're right.
okay, we're on the same train of thought there. Tell me, camp for this upcoming fight. What's it going to look like? Where are you going to be? Who's going to be around you to get you ready for Darren?
Well, it looks I'm planning on being here in at Westside MMA to spend most of my camp. However, I did spend a good bit of it in West Monroe at Cron Gracie. I did some training down there with Jesse Butler and those guys. They put a lot of work in with me. But I'm going to be spending most of my time here in Little Rock at Westside MMA and doing a bit of cross training. Now, this weekend, I'm going to Florida to teach 2 seminars. So I'm going to get some training while I'm there, do a little deep sea fishing too. So that'll be fun. But I'm most of my camp will be here at Westside MMA.
Okay, very good. And back at the Apex here, are you excited to be fighting at the Apex, or are you kind of hoping for a huge arena with a bunch of screaming fans?
Dude, how you put a guy with 2 bonuses in a row back in the Apex? I'm not a huge Apex fan. I want to be honest with you. However, the money's the same, so I want to go out there and make it.
Some fighters like the Apex because it's a more intimate setting. You can be dialed in, but I don't know. I'd have to imagine, being in your shoes, like the adrenaline that you get from the fans, that has to just bring you to another level.
Dude, I love it, man. It's really one of the reasons I fight, man. I love being under the lights. I enjoy performing. Like that's one of my favorite things to do. I love you crack a guy with a good shot and the crowd goes wild, or the guy's got you down and you work your way up off the fence and you stand back up and you shake at him and the crowd goes loud. Like that's the stuff I live for, man. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. And when I looked at the lineup on Tapology, it looks like your fight is on the prelims, which surprised me. I thought you'd be on the main card. Is that kind of a disappointment? I have to imagine so.
Yeah, it is a bit of a disappointment, him being the veteran he is, and then me coming off two bonuses. It's going to be an exciting fight. So I that don't make much sense to me. But again, the pay's the same, so I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
And we talked a little bit earlier just about Elkins as a fighter. Obviously, he's a veteran. He's very durable. He's tough. So he's going to be in there, hanging in for what we'd imagine at least a little portion of the fight until maybe you can wear him down. Is this a case where you feel more comfortable standing or on the ground with him? Is there a certain area you want to keep this fight?
I think the safe bet would be me to take him down and look to submit him. However, dude, I'm not much for fighting safe. I want to go out there and entertain. So I'm planning on standing right in front of him, letting these hands go, and bringing home another bonus.
All right, official prediction. How do you get it done? First, second round?
Second round arm triangle.
I love it, man. TJ, I always like watching you perform. I can't wait to see you back in action. October the 14th, UFC Vegas 81. Downtown TJ Brown faces Darren Elkins. As always, man, I appreciate your time. Before we do sign off, I want to give you the floor. If there's anyone you want to thank, anything you want to plug, the floor is yours.
Man, I just want to thank you for allowing this platform for me to get on here and keep people up to date on what's going on in my fight career. I also want to thank the gym, Westside MMA, everybody here, my coaches, my training partners, everybody here that's stuck by me, from day one. Even when times got rough, they stayed in my corner. So I just want to thank all the day one guys that have been helping, man. Thank you so much.
Perfect, man. We'll get this up soon, TJ. Great talking to you. Hopefully we'll chat again soon.
Thanks you, brother. Have a great day.
You too, bud.